Hello friends, welcome to the English Clinic channel. My name is Ismail Olinga, one of your teachers on this channel. This channel has been created to address challenges speakers and writers encounter as they use English. We shall also address the misinterpreted and neglected aspects in the language. For starters, we have organized for you tenses because a tense or tenses play a very relevant role in someone's usage of a language. Particularly English, when someone is not conversant with tenses, they find it so perturbing to write or speak fluently. So let's get started with tenses. What is a tense? What is a tense? There is that definition that you have, but I would like us to share this one that I have prepared for you. What is a tense? A tense is the changing of a verb according to time. How actions change according to the time of happening is what we call a tense. That action might happen today or it happened yesterday. Maybe it will happen tomorrow. So the changing of these actions according to the time they occurred is what we refer to as a tense. Now, what is a tense expected to tell us? We say a tense tells us when an action took or will take place. A tense is expected to tell us when the action takes place. Today, yesterday, tomorrow, when exactly? It can be in the present, past, or future. So we have been given the three divisions of the times of occurrence of actions. It can happen in the present, past, or future. That takes us to the next part, which means types of tenses. So how many types of tenses do you know? I tell you, there are three main types of tenses. The rest are subdivisions. Let's start. Present tense. That is number one of the main types. Past tense. Lastly, we have the future tense. Present, past, and future. Those are the three main types of tenses. However, we say each tense is divided into four subtenses. Both of them have these four subdivisions. So when we start, as we go further, we shall be looking at each of these subtenses one at a time. In a nutshell, I have summarized these tenses here so that you can know easily which one you use. For example, we've started with the present simple tense and we say Ismail teaches English. This one means the action is happening at present and we do not know when it is going to happen. Present continuous. This is when the action is still going on. Ismail is teaching English. He hasn't stopped. The time you mention this, it means the action is going on. Present perfect tense. This one is used when you want to tell us or you want to express an action that has stopped happening. For example, right now I am teaching and you're using the present continuous tense. But when I finish teaching, you will say Ismail has taught English. That's what it means when we say present perfect tense. What is that when we say present perfect continuous? This one here is used when we are talking about an action that has taken a long time happening and has not yet stopped. For example, Ismail has been teaching English. This one means that the action is still going on, but it started some time back. The past tense. Friends in the lower school usually call it a yesterday tense. This is when we say that this action was done in the past. For example, the past continuous tense. The maid was tidying the dining room. here we say, at the time of reporting, this action was still going on. So you say, when I left home, the maid was tidying the dining room. So this action here was still going on, but in the past. Past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is usually used when we want to express actions that happened in the past. Two of them, but one after the other. Usually we say that the maid had tidied the dining. This sentence means that there is another action that could have happened later, but this is what happened first. For example, someone says, by the time the visitors reached, or by the time the visitors entered the house, the maid had tidied the dining room. This is the action that happened first in the past. Past perfect continuous. The maid had been tidying the dining room. This action took a long time happening in the past before another one happened. So when we talk about this, we mean the past tense. Let's look at the future. Future simple. The doctor will examine patients. We shall go on a tour next week. I see the use of will, shall with the main verb in its original form. These ones are used when we are expressing actions that are expected to happen in the future. Future continuous tense. The example we have here, the doctors will be examining patients. Now here we mean that this action is going to take some time happening in the future. We shall be reading in the library until the bell goes. This one here means that the time we are going to take in the library will be longer as we are waiting for the bell to go. So we say we shall be reading in the library until the bell goes. Future perfect tense. The doctors will have examined patients. In this regard, we're saying that this action is said to happen first before any other follows. For example, by the time mommy reaches the hospital, the doctors will have examined patients. In this we say that reaching the hospital and examining patients is done first. Then someone reaches the hospital. So this one here gives us a nutshell of the future tense. So when we meet next time, we are going to look at each of the sub-tenses in detail. What you have to do is to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification button so you can always get our videos whenever we upload them. Thank you very much for being good viewers. Please stay tuned